Welcome to SHANTHA LAKSHMI IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the Navratna status. Why? Because it was in the news. The Central actually upgraded the Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation, that is IRCTC, and Indian Railway Finance Corporation. They have both are upgraded to the status of Navaratna. Okay, so Indian Railways have total 12 central public sector enterprises. In that, all 7 listed CPSEs are actually given to Navaratna status. So this is very important. So before going to what is the Navaratna status, just understand public sector enterprises are actually classified into Mini Ratna, Navaratna and Maharatna. How they are classified? They are classified based on certain factors. Factors like profitability, net worth, their net worth, earnings, and intersectoral performance. So based on these factors, the central public sector enterprises are classified into these 3 Ratnas. Okay, so generally this status is provided by the Department of Public Enterprises under the Ministry of Finance. So what is the main purpose of assigning this Ratna status to these central public sector enterprises? So the main intention is they want to increase their operational freedom and also their decision making power. So that they can have their freedom with respect to operational and as well as to take any decisions. And also it will enable these public sector enterprises to have certain matters like to invest in any new projects without going to the approval of the government. So its the main intention is to take independent decision making to invest in any new project without the government approval. So as of now, until October 2024, we have 14 Maharatna and 24 Navaratna and 65 Mini Ratna companies. So with this 2, we can say there are 26 Navaratna companies. So this is about why the public sector enterprises are assigned to the Ratna status, because to provide the operational freedom and give the decision making power and also have autonomy to invest into various new projects without approval of the government. So if we go into the categories, in Mini Ratna we have 2 substatus. One is the Mini Ratna 1 and second is the Mini Ratna 2. So the first Mini Ratna 1 status, there are certain conditions that should be fulfilled in order to get the Mini Ratna category 1 status. The first is the CPSU, the Central Public Sector Enterprises. They must report profits consequently 3 years. Okay, they must report the profits consequently 3 years, and their tax before, okay, the pre-tax and without a deduction of taxes, the pre-tax profit should be 30 crore or more than that. So at least in one of these 3 years. And they also must have a positive net worth. So what is positive net worth? Positive net worth is nothing but they should have a total assets, more total assets when deducting the liabilities. So the positive net worth means they have more assets compared to their total liabilities. So these are the three conditions must fulfilled by the public sector enterprises in order to get the Mini Ratna category 1 status. And to get the Mini Ratna category 2 status, they have to fulfill all these three conditions. In addition to this, they should have the CPSEs never, they should not have defaulted for any repayment of loans or interest rates due to which are due to the government. So they should not default with respect to their payment of loans or interest rate dues which are which have to be provided to the government. So, and also these Mini Ratnas should not depend on the budget. They should not depend on budgetary support or any government guarantees. So if these conditions are fulfilled, then the public sector enterprise is given the status of Mini Ratna category 2. So one is for Mini Ratna 1 category status, they should have the profits and consequently 3 years. Second, the pre-tax profit should be 30 crores or more than that in one of the years of these consecutive 3 years. And third, they should provide a positive net worth. It means assets should be more than their liabilities. This is for Mini Ratna 1. And in addition to this, the CPSE should not have defaulted for the repayment of loan or for the interest rate that is given to the government. And also they should not depend on any budgetary allocations or government guarantees. So these are the conditions for Mini Ratna category 1 and 2. Then coming to the Navratna status. So Navratna status, first of all, they should have a Mini Ratna category 1 and also they schedule A central public sector enterprises. They should have obtained excellent or very good rating under the Memorandum of Understanding system 3 of the last 5 years. So 3 out of the 5 last years, the 3 years, they must have their rating as excellent and very good and should have composite score. Score is of 60 and above in this 6 selected performance parameters. These parameters like net profit to net worth, manpower cost to total cost of production or services, and profit before depreciation, interest, taxes to capital employed. So this is also, we call it as PBIT. So the profit before interest and taxes to turnover, earning per share and intersectoral performance. All these 6 parameters are essential and these parameters score should be more than 60 or above, then only these Mini Ratna category 1 classified public sector enterprises given the Navratna status. It means now IRCTC actually fulfilled all these criteria. And coming to the Maharatna status, how this Maharatna status is given, this is also, they have certain parameters to accomplish. First is that they should have Navratna status and they should be listed on Indian Stock Exchange and with minimum prescribed public shareholding under the SEBI regulations. Third, their annual turnover more than 25,000 crore. Should have at least for the last 3 years, their annual turnover should be more than 25,000 crore. And average annual net worth should be more than 15,000 crore during the last 3 years. So this is the average annual turnover and this is average annual net worth. Then average annual net profit after tax should be more than 5,000 crore in the last 3 years. So should have its significant global presence or international operations. When these are fulfilled, the public sector enterprise is given the Maharatna status. So Maharatna status generally, it provides the main, it enhances their powers to their boards, and they can expansion, they can expansion domestic as well as the global markets. So whenever any enterprise, public sector enterprise get Maharatna status, they can expand their operations not only in the domestic market but also they can expand in global markets. So that is the more privilege to the Maharatna status. Now coming to how does the securing Navaratna status help a company? So how it is going to help? First is the greater financial autonomy. So whatever the public sector enterprise get this Navaratna status, they will get the financial autonomy in which they can invest up to 1,000 crore or 15% of its net worth in a single project without government approval. So as we discussed earlier, so without government approval they can invest. So here whenever Navaratna status got by any CPSE, they will invest, they can invest 1,000 crores or 15% of their net worth in a single project without government approval. And the second, they can have independence in business decisions. For example, if they want to have joint ventures, or if they want to provide subsidiaries or mergers or any acquisition, for all those business decisions without government intervention, they can take the decision. So that because of that no government intervention, there will be quick decision making. Okay, then enhanced market position. So whenever they can compete with the private sector easily and effectively, and also they can undertake independent investments. So as we know already, they can invest 1,000 crore or more than 15% of net worth in the single project, and this also enhances their market position. Then global expansion opportunities. So they can enter into the international markets to form a strategic alliances without any bureaucratic hurdles. The fifth, increased investor confidence. Navaratna companies are actually, they are seen as financially stable. So when they are stable, obviously the investors will be attracted towards these companies. So that is why it helps in better shareholder returns, and also it will have higher market value. So these are the benefits for Navaratna status. So if any company get it. Okay. Then what are the other Navaratnas of Indian Railways? So we already said with the 7 all listed companies of Indian Railways got Navaratna status. So earlier there are 5 other Indian Railways companies, they got already Navaratna status. What are they? One is the Container Corporation of India, and this was the first Indian Railways Navaratna which got in July 2014. Okay, and second is the Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. This got in 2023, and also Rights Limited, this got in 2023 itself, and Ircon International Limited, this is also 2023. Railtel, okay, Railtel Corporation India Limited, this is the recent, before IRCTC and IRFC, the Railtel was the recent. In August 2024 it got the Navaratna status. So all 7 of listed companies of Indian Railways got Navaratna status. Now how this from this topic, how can we get the question in preliminary exam? So if we go through the previous questions, there was a question related to something Mini Ratna related. So with reference to the steel industry in India, in the recent times, consider the following statements. Vizag steel plant has been declared Mini Ratna. Merger of IASO with SAIL has been completed. So which of the statements given above are correct? So these are the, so this question is that contemporary time based question. So that point of time, SAIL, Vizag steel plant got Mini Ratna status. So similarly, we also can get the contemporary based question like this. So consider the following statements regarding Navratna status in India. A company must have composite score of 60 or higher based on 6 financial and performance indicators to qualify Navratna status. Yes, this is the 60 and more than that. Second, IRCTC and IRFC were the most recent CPSU to receive Navratna status in March 2025. Yes. And Navratna companies can invest up to 1000 crore or 15% of their net worth. Yes, whichever is lower. And all 12 sector public sector enterprises under Indian Railways have now been granted Navratna status. No, we know that only 7 listed companies that got this Navratna status. Then this 4 is wrong. Then answer is B, 1, 2, 3. So this is all about the Mini Ratna, Navaratna and Maharatna.